let's hear from some Black voters. And, props to Alex Wagner for releasing all this video coverage, because she could have just been like trying to squelch it, kind of like that one that one doctor is with the puberty blocker story. She doesn't want that getting out.
Right.
But these are very honest opinions from people who have thought their opinions through. Take a listen.
And let me start with the women here about Kamala Harris.
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that, and I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin and go up against these other presidents that are built for this. I don't want to be scared because my president is scared. I want my president to feel secure and manly and about it.
We brought up gender, right? Like, do you think it matters that she's a woman and people aren't comfortable having a woman in a top leadership role?
No, I don't think that, because most men, they love their mothers. They love their wives. So as a woman, most men, they respect the woman, but she just don't have the qualification or the education to really run America, because she don't have the experience. She don't understand our struggles. And for me to believe you for another 4 years, you're crazy.
Right.
Like, you're crazy. You're saying the same thing that you said 4 years ago.
So the fact that she's the vice president
That's
to
just
you
the
is
bottom line.
You're like, you've been here, you've had a chance.
Yes.
Well, for me, the very first time I ever heard the name Kamala Harris, it was in association to locking up parents for truancy. That was the first time I ever heard of her name. And I really didn't understand how this person claims to be a Black woman, but yet she's locking up Black women and Black men and separating families.
This is the thing that is, Trump talks about this a lot. He says, Kamala Harris became Black when it was convenient.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about, do you agree with him on that? Do you feel like she's wearing her blackness?
Absolutely. She's sworn into when she swore into the Senate, it was as the first Indian American.
Thank you.
Which is, it's fine. We don't care.
We all know she's not Black. Let's understand that. We are all clear of that. But my point of view is, like I told you earlier, she's already been there. She's in office right now.
I agree.
That's right.
I absolutely love that so much. We all know she's not Black. I love it.
I know. And there was more.
Oh my God.
There was more, not just about Kamala, but also about Barack's insulting comments to Black people, basically saying they need to fall in line.
Right.
You'll hear, I'll just let those run together.
With the idea of mass deportation, largely, you have criminals in this country who are destroying our nation. They're coming in here, getting earmarked bills and policies to open up businesses, get free housing, get easier access than those who are legally immigrated to this country to welfare and other benefits. So, like, as a taxpayer, we have to pay for these guys to have luxuries of life, and we don't get anything. Especially Black Americans who've suffered so much in the system under Democrats. We don't get anything. That's insane. You talked about Springfield, Ohio, and the whole thing with the fluff talk of, grabbing the soundbite about Haitians or whatever is eating cats and dogs. Y'all trying to change the narrative of what he's really talking about. Change the narrative of really what we're talking about. And telling us that's what we should be discussing. No, this is what we're discussing. This this is America. And this is what America is about and what we're discussing.
And I just wonder for anybody who heard that, like, what they thought of that.
I was deeply offended. And it felt like a moment where it's like, you N-words better get in line and do what we say. And it felt like him as the czar of the Democratic Party coming down to say, go get these N-words in line. And the general tone of it was disgusting. It was abhorrent. I don't respect it. I didn't like nothing about it. And Kamala, 2 days after that, is like, we love our Black men. We have programs and things that we're rolling out for them, and she rolled out policy. Good cop, bad cop. Because I'm tired of the good cop, bad cop. I'm tired of it.
I love them. I love every single person that we just heard. I love it. And it's like, I saw Spike Lee the other day I don't even know what channel it was on, but Spike Lee was parroting the same crap that Obama was saying. And he's like, all my Black brothers, like, I don't understand why they're not, these guys that are not voting for Kamala, like, what's wrong with you? It's like, quit talking down to people. What is wrong with you, Spike Lee, you jerk? You know, and it's always these guys who are loaded.
Yeah.
You know, these celebrity, like, just coddled jerks, these elitist punks like the Obamas and the Spike Lees and the Jay-Z's and people like that who are like, this is how you're supposed, I'm telling you what to do. And
it's all based on how tan you are, essentially.
You're
tanner
content.
than like a white person, then you are obligated to vote the way I'm telling you you have to. It's so dumb.
It's so dumb and it's so racist. And it's so condescending. And I love everything that was said there because it's like, I don't have to do what you tell me to do. It's absolutely racist. They can't see it.
There's a lot of waking up going on, it seems like.
And I love it.
And it's also happening in Philly. There was some folks on the street that were also singing the same tune.
Magic glasses now. Everything is exposed. When I was a Democrat, I was a convict. Now I'm Republican. I'm a business owner.
I am putting all of my hope on Donald Trump. Trump, baby drill, baby drill.
You know, Democrats promise. They always know what to say, but they don't actually give anything.
The increased number of black men voting for Trump is go back to common sense. Enough's enough.
Yep. Damn
Isn't
straight.
that fantastic?
It is. It's so great.
Love that. Love it.
Yeah.
And you'll love this too. And this, I especially love this because this is at the University of Georgia. There were competing, I guess, booths, for lack of a better word. Kamala folks were there. I don't know if they were trying to register people or if they were just trying to rally people. And also Charlie Kirk and his folks were there. And this is the compare and contrast.
Yeah, boys, I think we're going to win. The University of Georgia, which is apparently in a swing state. No, it's not. Georgia's not a swing state. Had a Kamala Harris event right across the park from a Donald Trump event with MAGA hats, and see if you can spot the difference.
I mean, yeah. USA! I do feel like you're gonna see a difference.
Red Kingdom right there. Georgia is MAGA country. Big ups to Charlie Kirk and Turning Point Action for putting on events like this to show exactly how red this country really is.
Which is really great. I do feel like you're going to see a difference between like SEC schools and ACC schools than you are like an Ivy League school. You know?
Oh, you're not going to see that at Columbia.
You will never see that at Harvard or MIT or Yale or any of those places. But an SEC school, hell to the yeah.
Which is why it's sounding like there's a lot more enrollment happening in Southern schools than there are even at the Ivies or the Northern schools, because people are looking for a place where they can feel safe to express their opinions.
Yeah, they don't want to be around the freaks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kids nowadays are just like, I'm tired of it. Like, I know my parents have told me, and I understand that these places are indoctrination centers. I'm not going to be indoctrinated. F you. So I'm going to go to an Alabama or Georgia or, you know, one of these Southern schools, which their enrollment is up because they don't want to go to I don't want her going to an Ivy League school. You know, I'm not paying for that. There's no way.
No, absolutely not. So if you already loved all the folks that you've seen in these previous videos, you're about to love this guy even harder. This one was just fantastic. This is a man on the street that, like, there's a mediator saying, hey, this person over here is thinking about voting for Kamala. What would you say to that person? And this guy says all the things.
Just yelled in the street, Trump 2024. What makes you love Donald Trump?
If you're truly a patriotic American, how could you not love Donald Trump? If you actually are somebody that does your research and your due diligence as opposed to being pushed by somebody else's propagandist talking points, how could you hate Donald Trump? He's the most popular businessman in American history. If you wanted a movie to be popular throughout all of before 2016, who has the most cameos? I find it funny that as soon as he became a Republican, he became racist. But name me that racist that won an NAACP award. I'll wait. Didn't we have peace around the world when Trump was in office? Why are we in war right now? Oh, and for that daggone bill y'all want to keep talking about the border? Well, y'all were okay with the administration giving $60 billion to Ukraine so they can put 1,500 at the border. Here's something else deeper for you to think about. Didn't they leave millions and millions of guns in Afghanistan unguarded and unattended and left the country directly after that, Xi Jinping and Putin came down and gave them legitimacy. Well, what happens after that? Oh, didn't Biden give Putin access to a gas pipeline? And then directly after that, he went to war with Ukraine. And then was it a coincidence that one of our basketball stars got locked up in Russia and we traded her for Victor Boot? So we traded the Lord of War for Brittany Griner with a whole bunch of unattended guns in Afghanistan. That's what you voted for. That's better than Trump. You need to wake up, bro.
I love him. Love him.
Yeah, that was great. That was absolute spectacular talking back
Yes,
to
it
that
was.
dude. And you know that dude was just standing there going,
I
was not
know,
expecting
right?
this.
Exactly. Which makes it even better.